Hello, I'm Ben Woodruff with the Hutchings Museum Institute, and I'm really excited today to be able to share with you our newest arrival. We have a beautiful aquarium set up, and the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources has let us have some June suckerfish. These fish are amazing. They only live in one place in the entire world, and that is Utah Lake. Now, we have these guys living in Utah all the way back to the fossil record. About 32 million years ago we can find their fossils, and they're still here today. They're very different than other suckerfish. As the name implies, most suckerfish have a downward-facing mouth so they can eat off the bottom of a lake or a pond or off the rocks. These do not. Even though they're in the suckerfish family, their mouths are turned up, much more predaceous like a trout. It's very unique among the entire suckerfish family. The reason they're called June suckers is because they swim upriver and spawn in May or June. And in prehistoric times, all the way up into historic, even in the 1800s, Native American tribes would gather around the rivers of Utah Lake, and as these June suckerfish would swim upriver, they would net them and spear them in mass and dry them out, just like salmon runs in the Pacific Northwest and Alaska. So same thing, this is a very important food source for the people of Utah, including the early pioneers who settled in Utah. When you look at a June suckerfish, you have to remember we live in a time where we're used to beautiful aquarium fish and tropical fish with bright colors and flowy fins. And because we're bombarded with that kind of visual stimulation, then you might see a fish like this and think it doesn't look very exciting. But you're actually looking at a living fossil and a fish that is streamlined, beautiful in its very own way, and that has really shaped the whole Intermountain West from prehistoric times. So many peoples relied on the fish of this area, of these June suckerfish, for their survival. Most of our archaeological sites, we find bones from these fish, including all the way to other states where these fish were dried out and used even as a trade item. These that we have on here are still growing, but they'll get to be 2 feet long, which is a sizable fish. So these can be very, very large.